Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are making money as usual. In today's video, I'm going to show you guys one of my trades I've taken, but it's completely different from any previous trade I've taken. Because you guys know me as a scalper, I used to scalp a lot. I scalp pretty much every single day. But this trade I've taken, which allowed me to pass my phase one with FTMO, I bought a 200K phase one and I made $34,000 on that one trade. Of course, I was a bit drawdown on the account, so I made 34,000 on one single trade, and that allowed me to pass my phase one. So I made 10% on that account. If I come to my FTMO dashboard, as you can see there, I was able to pass my phase one within 4 days, 4 minimum trading days. And as I'm saying, I've taken the trade yesterday, and I was able to hit the TP today. So basically, it was like a swing trade. It's not a scalping, but it's a swing trade. So to be honest, when I took the trade, I didn't know that I'm going to be swinging that trade because I thought maybe I'll hit TP the same day. But for some reason, price came pretty much at my TP, and then it gave a pullback and eventually hit TP today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to explain to you guys exactly how I've gotten the setup and how I've managed the trade as well. So let's get into the chart. So this is basically the setup I've taken on my FTMO phase one, and that was a 16-hour setup. It was actually buy on gold. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to replay price and I'm going to explain exactly how I've gotten the setup. But before I even do that, you can see that I have two more trades here, one here, one here. The second trade, that which was this one, is also I took it on my FTMO as well. That was like a $1,300 TP. But the one that I'm gonna be explaining is this one because this was that one setup that I've held for 2 days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to replay price exactly at this one, and I'm going to explain exactly how I was able to get set up here. So first, I have to understand the higher time frame. As I always tell you guys, you have to understand the market structure, or you have to understand the higher time frame before you go into the lower time frame. So as you can see, last week NFP I was bearish, right? You can see that I had a sell. I was bearish throughout the week, but eventually price did not want to go down. And what actually made me think that price will not go down and I look for buys is because when you see the sell we had here, this sell came, took the low here, right? So this is what a liquidity grab. So after that liquidity grab, price gave a change of character, and after that change of character, price gave a pullback and then mitigated this kind of order block here. So it gave like a buy setup, liquidity grab, and then breakout structure, pullback, mitigation, and then buy setup. So as price is now buying, where do I think that price is more likely to go? So first, you are looking for liquidity as a target as well. When you are buying because price took liquidity, price is eventually gonna go to opposite side liquidity. So in this case here, I have this sort of trend line liquidity to the upside. You have this massive trend line. You can see that every time price comes to this zone, price rejected, rejected, rejected. And at some point, price will eventually buy and take out the trend line. So that's how I thought maybe having a buy would be a good idea. And then when I go to now the lower time frame, which is something like the 5 minute time frame, how did I get my buy setup? So London, as you guys know, I always like trading London and New York session. But then London here started with the buy. There was like nothing for me to be getting a buy. So I just wanted to have a re-entry. And for the re-entry, my kind of setup is I always want to have a liquidity grab and then a buy setup. So in this case here, you have this low, that price came, it dropped, it took the liquidity. So after price dropping and taking this liquidity, all I have to do is I look for a reason to buy. And a reason to buy most of the time is like a change of character and a pullback, or sometimes I may have entry without change of character and pullback. But in this case here, what happened is when price was approaching to my zone, it was giving me this sort of thing, right? You can see this, you can see this, and eventually when price came and took this high here, this was a change of character for me. Okay, so when price took this high here, this was a change of character, and then let me remove this. Yeah, after that change of character, I waited for price to give me a pullback to take some internal liquidity, and that was where I had the buy. I did not have my buy exactly from this zone, so my buy, like the buy I had was not accurate. It was not exactly where I wanted to enter, so it was somewhere there, and my stop loss was pretty much at this low here. So this was the setup I have. And for my TP, if you ask me like where did I think that price is gonna go? First, I knew that price will eventually take the whole trend line, so I had a line up here for the trend line. And then the second is I expected price to come for this kind of order block here. As you can see, we have like a PY here, right? So I expected price to come to the PY. And then my TP was even like somewhere here, but then I wanted to look for a re-entry and I took some losses on the re-entry, so I had to like increase my stop loss, or I had to increase my TP so I can actually be able to pass my phase one. and that was the setup I've taken. And eventually, it took 2 days, right? It took 2 days to hit TP, but it's fine. But the reason why I don't even like trading prop firm holding it overnight is because if you see the setup I've taken, they've charged me $400 for swap fee. Imagine $400 for swap fee. That's crazy. $400 is a lot of money. Imagine being charged that just as a swap fee. That's insane. So that's like one of the main reasons I don't like holding my setup overnight. And sometimes when price open the following day, open with a gap. If it gaps below your stop loss, then you are absolutely cooked. Okay. And then I have another re-entry today, which was this one here. And to be honest, this re-entry, it was really, really funny because I just wanted to pass. So I was taking those setup just because I just wanted to pass. So this re-entry, if I would want to try to explain, what do you have? You have like liquidity gap to the downside here, break of structure, and then eventually you want to see the internal liquidity here being taken for price to buy. But the way I was seeing price building this sort of upside liquidity here, I thought maybe price may never come down here because there's some liquidity to the upside. But I thought maybe if price just takes this guy in liquidity would be enough, and then price came, took the liquidity, and then gave this sort of small pullback. And from there, I had done my second buy, which all of them, I think I closed it somewhere here. And that was pretty much it, how I was able to pass my FTMO. And one thing you guys have to understand is I've taken a lot of losses on this, my 200K account, okay? And this two trade I've had, this one alone was able to recover all the losses for me. And then I was also be able to pass it. And the key thing you have to understand from it is because when you are trading, let your wins run. If you know that your win is, let's say, 10 hour, if you have a 10 hour trade and if it's going well, let it go for a full 10 hour. Maybe you had like 4 losses today, that one 10 hour is going to recover all the losses plus make you more profit. So that's one thing I have to tell you guys. And as I'm making this video here, I'm currently for a vacation. My vacation is ending tomorrow, so tomorrow I'm going back to my setup to maybe trade my phase. So if I get my phase two, I'm gonna be trading this week. If I don't, probably I'm gonna trade it next week. Right, so that's pretty much it, and I hope you guys the best as well. 2025 is coming soon, so make sure you learn the right skill and then you make money. If you guys have a profitable strategy, make sure you take it serious, follow your trading plan, and make money. If you don't, then you can check the link below this video so you can learn my strategy, how I trade, and you can also make money on your own. If you like this sort of content, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and hope you the best.